Welcome to this second tutorial about the VR girlfriend. In this tutorial, what we're going to see is the different packages you have to import in order to make your game work. So you have to go first to GitHub and search for the Google VR SDK. You have to download it from here and import it into your project. That will give you the following, let me see if I can find it, yes, the following folder will be Google VR here with all the demos and all this stuff. And then you will have to go also to the outline effect inside the Unity asset store and import that into your Unity project too. So that will give you this other folder that is outline effect. So with that made, that is also explaining the documentation of the package, you'll be able to understand how the package works. And let's check on the scripts really fast. The scripts are here at the right, and we have the closet, the clothes, the girl movement, the interrupter, the look at given, the mirror, the player movement, sofa, and talk. So if you check the closet, as you can see, we have commented all the code perfectly, so you can understand each line of code. But let's just explain how the basic stuff works. So the first thing you have to notice is that each of the objects have a collider. So for example, if you go to the sofa has a box collider that is going to be active or deactivated in function of the distance to the player. So for example, if you are far from the sofa won't be active, but whenever you get close to it, you can see how the box collider is going to be activated and deactivated, as well as the outline. So whenever you enter the game object, is going to activate the outline script, which gives that outline around the object. So that is achieved by these pointer enter and pointer exit functions. And whenever you hit the click action on the object, it will trigger different events. So in the example of the closet, or the sofa, in the example of the sofa, whenever you click on the sofa, it will trigger the event of the girl moving to the other sofa and sitting there. Okay, so that is how things work regarding the sofa. Let's go ahead and check the clothes. The clothes script is really easy to understand because it just changes the different game objects and set them to active or inactive in function of what we are selecting. So what the script does is it goes to the girl and it gets the mesh from the elegant suit and the generic mesh, and it says, well, we are going to deactivate them. And then it goes to the generic mesh and the sports suite and says we're going to activate those. So that's how it works. So for example, let's just go to the closet to show you how things work there. So we have two buttons here, and if you click the button at the left, you will be able to change the clothes to sporty, and the one in the right will change the clothes to formal. So you can see how things are changed here in the girl meshes, okay, from one to other. Okay, so that's how it works there. And let's go to girl movement. The girl movement is the most important script in the package, because it generates the movement of the girl from navigation. So you can go ahead to navigation, you will see how we have selected the different game objects, and we have created the different navigation system. after using the colliders and all the different elements on the scene. So that's the places where the player and the character can go. And the navigation also sets the position of the girl whenever you get to the sofa or to the closet. So if you go to the environment and to the sofa, you will have the girl setting objective, that is that point there. So whenever you go to the sofa and you sit, the girl will go to that point there and it will sit, as you can see. Okay. And if you go to the nightstand, you have also an objective there. So whenever you go to the closet or nightstand, the character will go to the objective. Okay, that's how the navigation works for the girlfriend. Another thing you have to know is that we have two main distances, which are the mean distance and the max distance, and those are used to reference which is the distance the character has to have all the time regarding the player. So whenever we are far from the character, if we are far from the girl from 4 meters, like I'm doing now, the girl will come and follow us. So that is managed with that script too. Then we have the interrupter. The interrupter is really easy to understand because it's just a script that manages how the lights are turned on and off by selecting the interrupter or switch. Okay. And then we have the look at given. The look at given is just a script that is going to rotate the game object and face it to the player. Then we have the mirror. The mirror uses an external camera. You can go ahead and in the environment select the mirror, and you will see that it has a camera that rotates regarding the position of the player, as you can see. Okay, so in fact what we are doing with that script is just simulating the effect of a camera that selects the position of the player and goes in the opposite direction and reflects all the information into the mirror. Okay, so that script uses two main transforms that are the camera positions, and in function of those positions we are able to render an image. So that's all regarding the mirror. Then let's check the player movement. The player movement uses the input that comes from the horizontal and the vertical axis to move the player around, and it moves the player in the direction of the head. So you can see here that what we're doing is using the cam forward and the H cam right. So in function of the position of your head, the player is going to move forward and to the right or to the left in function of the values of the keyboard. The next script is going to be so far we have already talked about it, so let's go to talk CS. So this is a script that contains different strings. The script is in girl. You have different strings. For example, you are a cute one, I enjoy being with you, let's party, I'm hungry, and those strings are displayed in the game in function of time. So for example, if you close one of those, after 30 seconds one extra sentence will appear in the game, and that is managed with a loop and a coroutine that generates that writing effect, okay, that you have seen before. Whenever the message appears, the animation will be talking. So let's talk again a little bit about the different animations that we have in our game. So let's just focus on the girl, and you will see what are the different animations here. So we have the walking animation, that will be this one here. Okay, whenever we get far from the character. Then we have the sitting animation, that will be this one here, whenever it gets to the sofa. Then we have the opposite animation, that will go to idle, and then we have the speaking one, that appears whenever a message is displayed on the game. And then we have the T-pose, that will be the one that appears whenever we are in the closet. Okay, so those are all the different animations that the character has, and you can use in your own game. And that's all regarding all the scripts. We have checked all of them. We have also explained how the game works. So I hope you enjoy this package and you consider downloading it. And please support our work. Thanks very much for watching this video.